Hey guys! Today I'm going to share my TBR for the Magical Readathon that is coming up now in August. If you're not familiar with it, I'm going to put a link down below to Book Roast on YouTube, who is the creator of this reading challenge. We did our Owls, which is the exams you do 5th year in Hogwarts, in April, where there was one book for every subject you could do your Owls in. Now it's the N.E.W.T, which is the 7th year in Hogwarts, and a little more challenging. You can do up to 3 books in every subject. For 1 book you get an acceptable, 2 books exceeding expectation, and 3 you get an outstanding. The new this year is that she made this career option. So say if you want to be an Auror after Hogwarts, you have to do certain Owls and N.E.W.T, like as it is in the book, and you have to complete these to get like that option available for you. I have chosen a Hogwarts professor, which means that for my N.E.W.T I need an O, which is 3 books in a subject I wish to teach, which to me is Charms, I think, and an E, which is 2 books in Defense Against the Dark Arts, and at least 2 A's in secondary subjects of your choice, which means 1 book in 1 subject and another book in another subject. So in total it will be 7 books. That is like my primary goal. So yeah, however, I love doing like prompts and then finding books for them. It kind of motivates me more than other kind of reading. So this is my current TBR, which is way more than 7 books. Probably not gonna read all of these books, but I had fun putting it together and TBR. And I'll see throughout August how many I can do. So I'm now going to go through my TBR and the prompts that we have. I'm not going very detailed into all of the prompts. Book Roast made a video, a news announcement, where she go through all the prompts. I'm gonna put a link to that down below as well. So yeah, for Ancient Rune, for Acceptable, a book recommended by a friend, or like a booktuber or bookstagram, something, just a book that you have been recommended by someone. And I put this one. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Illuminate. Yeah, but it's quite a big book, which is, well, challenging, because I kind of want a lot of small books so I can read a lot of them. But this one is big, but it's not like page up and down with writing. It's kind of a different kind of book. So I'm thinking it will be doable. Maybe not in a day, but like that I will not be stuck at that 1 book. So yeah, I will probably not do the exceeding expectation or outstanding in Ancient Rune, but I'm gonna tell you the prompt. For the E, a book written in past tense, and for the O, a book that has been on your TBR for ages. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do them because, well, I have a lot of other books. So yeah. Arithmancy, probably going to do all 3, but it's not like primary books. But for my Hogwarts Professor News, I'm probably gonna do the A in Arithmancy at least, which is a book that ends on an even page number. And I'm going to do this one, I Was Here, by Gail Forman. So yeah, so it's smallish book, so I'm hoping that will be like an evening. I read kind of fast, so that's why I'm possible to do a lot of books. But yeah, it depends on the book and how well I connect to it, so yeah. So for the E in Arithmancy, it's a standalone novel. I put up this one, but like looking into it, I realized it's a series, so I might have to like switch up some of the book and put them under other prompts. I think I might be able to switch around these two, but I'll see. So this one is N.E.W.T Smaklös Missmod, which means in English The Marvelous Misadventures of Ingrid Winter. So yeah, that is my, for now, standalone. Try to switch it up because it's part of a series, but yeah, that's what I put first. So the next one is a book that I currently... Oh, I have it here, yeah. I thought I didn't have it, but there is another one, yeah. Which is The book more than 350 pages. So I'm gonna read Magnus Chase and The Sword of Summer. Probably not pronounced like that in English. Magnus. In Norwegian we say Magnus. So yeah. So that is the first one in this series. I'm gonna read the number 2 as well later on. So which is why I kind of have to read all 3 in this to be able to read number 2, because you have to, or well, I can read number 2 first, but yeah. But yeah, I didn't mention that before, but like to read the outstanding book, you must read the acceptable and the exceeding expectation, and then you can start on your outstanding book. So you can't like do the outstanding here and you have to like do all 3 to be able, yeah, you have to like unlock it by reading the prior books. So yeah, astronomy, I'm not gonna do that subject because I have to cut down something. But the prompts are a moon on the cover or in the title, and night in the title or the name of the series, and a sci-fi book. That's the astronomy, which I'm not gonna do. There are Care of Magical Creature, and there is a book that starts with an A, and I'm gonna do this one, which is A Book of Book List, which I think will be kind of funny book. It's about bookshelves of famous people, and yeah, I think it will be fun, but I guess I'll find out when I read it. For the E is a book under 300 pages, which I might be able to switch around with the standalone book, which is this one, which is called Tungtidstale, which means A Tale of Terrible Time, which is written by the mother of a child with autism and like the struggle around that. And it's been very acclaimed here in Norway, so I'm excited to read that. So yeah, so it's kind of a smallish book, but I've heard it's kind of heavy reading because it's such a tough subject. So yeah, The Outstanding, which is a book I don't have on my shelf right now. It's somewhere, I just don't know where yet. I'll find it. But that is Bird on the Cover, and I'm going to read Six of Crow, yeah, which is kinda big in the book community, so I'm excited to read that. Yeah, and then Charmed, which is one of the books that which is one of the subjects I want to do for my news, because that is the subject I wish to teach if I were a teacher at Hogwarts. So yeah, for the A book with a gorgeous cover, and I struggle with that is there are a lot of great covers, but they're also different from one another. But I ended up with this one because I haven't read it yet, and it's the Crimes of Grindelwald. And yeah, it's a Mina Lima cover, which is always beautiful cover with gold foiling and a lot of great detail. And I love the blue greenish teal color. It's one of my favorite colors. So yeah, that's my gorgeous cover book. And for the E, I'm gonna read a graphic novel. I'm gonna read this one, which is The Lightning Thief, Peter Jackson, which is one of my favorite series, which you probably figured when I read Magnus Chase, but I haven't read it in the graphic novel before, so I'm looking forward to that. So it's kind of smallish, and I think it will be like a quick read, and relaxing and fun. So that will be great among all the other books here. So for the O, I'm gonna read a paperback, and I'm gonna read this one, which is Forbilde, which means role model, and it's written by one of the biggest influencers here in Norway. It's kind of about her life and how she went from nobody to be a role model for people, and how that is affecting her life, I think. I haven't read it, so I can't really tell you a lot about it, but I think it's something like that from what I have heard about it. So yeah. And then there is Defense Against the Dark Arts, where I have to read the A and the E for my N.E.W.T. So for the A, a book that is black under the dust jacket, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do this one, which is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the 20th anniversary edition, which I bought last week, 2 weeks ago. It is black under here. So yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna read a lot of other Harry Potter books as well, and probably not in the order they're supposed to be read, but like I've read them a lot of times before and I know what happens in them, so I don't think I would be like confused by mixing up the order of it. But yeah, so that is my black book. That one might change, but I wanted something kind of easy to read, because all of my other books that were black is like big chunks of book, and well, there's enough pages up here. So for the E, which was kind of a fun one, you're going to take the first book you remembered from your TBR, and for me, I remembered this one, Blå, blue in English, which is a part of a climate series by Maja Lunde, and it's amazing. Also, I've heard she's written one book before, The History of Bees, which is like how the bees are affecting the environment. It's like a big deal, you know. So she wrote a book. It's not like a factual book or something, but it's like around what will happen if the bees goes away, I think. And this one is about water and how, yeah, the lack of water, or how water will, like, yeah, how water can affect your life and change your life. And yeah, I don't really know, because once again I haven't read it. I do have the other one as well, but I don't think I will be able to read it this time around, hopefully sometime this year, but I'm looking forward to it. So for the outstanding, a book that is written by an English author or set in England. So for this one, I'm kind of I'm doing Chamber of Secrets, which I know is not written by an English author, but a lot of the plot happens in England. Like, I think Harry lives in England, and you know, Diagon Alley is in England, and he goes to Ron's house, and I think they live in England. So even though a lot of this is happening in Scotland and it's written by a Scottish author, I think it counts, so I'm going with it. So yeah, Chamber of Secrets, which of course I read before, but always happy to read again. So divination, not gonna do that subject, but the prompts were a white book, a short story or short story collection, and like the last books you bought or received or borrowed from the library. So yeah, herbology for the A, an audiobook, and I'm going to do The Philosopher's Stone. And on this one, it might be a bit of a switch up in the order, because I'm gonna start like day one with the audiobook, but I'm probably gonna just listen to it like in the morning when I like eat my breakfast, when I go to work, and audiobooks takes a long time, so I'm just gonna listen to it. So it'll probably be like 20 minutes a day or something, and I think I might start up with like the E if I'm finished with everything else. So yeah, but I'm going to read the other subject first, so yeah. But for the a book between 350 and 390 pages, and I'm going to do this one. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Hanneman. I heard a lot about it and kind of want to read it, so I put it in there. For the O, a flower on the cover, so I did this one, which had multiple flowers. Gå dit hvor hjertet fører deg, which is Follow Your Heart in the English title. The original title I cannot pronounce because it's in Italian, and well, I do not speak Italian. But yeah, that is the flower cover. So yeah, History of Magic. For the A, Acceptable, a fantasy. And I was thinking Caraval, not sure how to pronounce that. Which is a fantasy, I think. Yeah. And again, I have seen this book around on Bookstagram for like, well, it's starting to be a while ago, but I haven't read it yet, so hopefully I'll be able to do that now. For the next book, a book with a map in it, and I put up Petromania, which I don't have here because it's my sister's book, so I might be able to borrow it from her, and if I don't get to borrow it, I'm gonna read like The Hobbit or something that has a map in it, but I kind of wanted to read a new book, so I might be able to borrow that from her. And for the Outstanding, reread a favorite book of yours, and I'm going to read a book that is not on the shelf, it's in my living room. It's Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, which is number 2, you know, the one after the Lightning Thief. So yeah, Muggle Study, not going to do that subject. I kind of want to, but yeah, I think I have enough. So for the Acceptable, some photo element on the cover, like an actual photo somewhere on the cover, or like the whole cover. For the E, a book set in the real world. And for the Outstanding, an author that is a person of color. Potion. So for the Acceptable, a friend's favorite book. I'm going to do this one. Oh, well, this is the whole trilogy, so I'm just going to read the first book, which is this part. Hopefully, just this part, yeah. So not this one, but just this one, thankfully. So this is the first book is called Bli ved to kan, reis hvis du må, which means stay if you can, leave if you must. So yeah, and it's about some friends that, you know, enroll for the military forces and go to Afghanistan, and things happen and just one of them get back, and like, you know, how did this happen and why did they go and how does it affect, yeah, people, yeah. So that is that. For the Exceed Expectation, you were going to read a book where the cover was in your Hogwarts house color. So I'm a Ravenclaw, which means the cover is to be blue. So I'm gonna read this one with a massive price tag on it, yeah. Which is Til ungdommen, called Being Young in English. And that's where all my books go, yeah. So there are some drawings in here as well. I'm just gonna show you one like this, which is by one of my favorite artists. So I'm kind of excited to, yeah, read and see the pictures or drawing, painting. So yeah, so this is kind of about how it is to be young and all the things that go through your head and what you think is important might not be that important, and yeah, a lot of things about being young. So yeah, so the next book is The Outstanding is a book with a prologue, and well, it doesn't have a prologue, but it has a preface, so I'm guessing that counts because I couldn't really find a book in my TBR that does have a prologue, so I was like, I don't want to get a new book just for that. But this one has a preface and I'm kind of excited to read it, so I'm gonna make it count. This is The Secret Life of Color, which is about color and like the history and origin of different shades of color, and it might sound boring to some people, but to me it sounds really exciting. So like, where did the color come from, why did we create it, and how did we make it, and yeah. I think it's about that. I hope it's about that. If it's a boring book, I'm gonna be disappointed. But I think it's gonna be a good read for me. I love to learn new things. So there is that. And then lastly is Transfiguration. And for acceptable, you have to read a book with a LGBTQIA+. I hope I got that right. Representation. And I'm gonna read the second book in the series of Magnus Chase, which is Magnus Chase and the Hammer of Thor. I don't have the book right here, but I'm gonna get it. So yeah, so I hope, or yeah, there is a transgender or gender fluid or something that sounds a bit like a fan, but yeah, I think like the girlfriend, boyfriend of Magnus Chase is a LGBTQIA+ person, so I'm gonna read that. So for the E, Exceed Expectation, a book that is not the first in a series, so I'm going to read the second book in the Illumina 5, which is Gemina. Not sure how to pronounce that either. Gemina? No, I don't know. And my books are falling over all the time here. I'm gonna put this one here. Maybe that won't fall. And for the Outstanding, a book with more than 500 pages. So I'm gonna read Obsidio. Or Obsidio. Again, not sure how to pronounce that. You know, by reading things, you don't really learn how to pronounce things. You just learn English, but in written form. So yeah, that is the third book, and well, more than 500 pages for sure. So yeah, so that is all the books I have put up for my TBR. And once again, probably not gonna be able to read them all, but hopefully I'll be able to have a lot of time just reading and having fun with that. I'm thinking just like when I come home from work, I'll make dinner and then I'll just read and not watch Netflix and TV a lot. I'm probably gonna watch a little here and there, but I'm hoping that my main bedtime activity will be reading. I've kind of been missing it because I've been able to read a lot the last 2 months. So yeah, that is my TBR, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little different than what I've done on this channel before, but I hope you liked it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!